Okay. I'm trying to make a Mimi Ghoul deck. So okay, let's.
The opponent. We're playing one Cerberus. We need one of these in here. Thought about cutting it, but it's important to have this body so that we can resolve Maker. Um, and then lastly, for a Mimigul lineup, we're playing two Master. We're thinking about cutting it to one in the future. Even though this is the boss monster of the deck right now, it's not that good. If the effect let us flip um, anytime during our opponent's turn or just anytime at all as a quick effect, that would be a lot more useful. But a lot of the time, it's just sitting there as a body or like a 3,000 beat stick. The prevention from destruction does come in clutch, though. We do have some people crash into it, so that's cool. That's all the Mimigul monsters, so we'll move on to our spell and traps in our engine. So we're playing 4 dungeon, the 3 dungeon, 1 terraforming.
Best
This
card.
best card here. They're flip some other high level players, letting the fail them.
Oh, these are. Oh, okay. I get that.
A give them whatever, let's just say a dragon, right? Normal summon Archfiend, you flip up the dragon, it makes Unicorn live, so on your turn going first, you're able to see their extra deck, rip a card, and know what you're playing
Yeah.
against.
Ripper Requiem, that's super clutch.
Number 20.
Also with the Fenrir, we thought about adding that because a way they can out the lock is by special summoning, and usually when an opponent special summons a monster, they activate that effect. And if they do that, we can use Fenrir to then banish that monster and preserve the lock.
Yeah, so Unicorn's a lot better looking sometimes. I didn't see it much throughout the tournament. I opened with Fenrir on the feature match. Got Bailored, but kind of wish it could have been a Unicorn also. Moving on to our non-engine, so some consistency. We played 2 Prosperity. This is really good for searching whatever piece you're missing. We don't really have 1 card combos in here, but a lot of 2 or 3 card combos, a lot of different things that you can do depending on how many different pieces you have. It's a real flexible deck. Whether you have Maker, Archfiend, Dragon, Dungeon, a lot of the time you want to room is really important. You want to try to get to room, and that's why we played 2 Thrust. Thrust is really, really good. It'll search you Maker. Thrust is also live on their turn. All you have to do is activate the hand effect, give them the body. Thrust is live, and you can search whatever you're missing, whether you're searching your room for follow-up on your opponent's turn, or if you need to go into talents to either draw, rip from their hand. These were just really good cards. I think this is the correct ratio for these 5. Then for our hand traps here, more non-engine, played 3 Ash, 3 Imperm, 3 Droll. So our idea around Droll was that it could kind of act as a blowout card. I don't think it came up too often, especially when you're playing against Snake Eyes, unless you're able to Droll them on the Poplar ad. There's Droll just, it's not as good as we thought it was going to be, and it also conflicts with the MVP of the deck here, which is we are able to play Dimension Shifter. Pretty much anytime we see this card, we win. We're able to set up so much advantage and interact with our opponent. You know, lots of times you drop the Shifter and Europe it is once that felt zombie. This is great because what am I missing? Already summon a dragon. You give it 4 hours.
No, I don't.
That's our only link 1
thing there. We can move on.
Okay, link 1. All right, we're moving on. All right, come into here. We flip 1 page, 2 page. Grab the enema. Put the enema in the. Oh, actually.
Okay, so moving on to the extra deck, we played 1 Anima. That's our only link 1. Anima is, I mean, great. You can force them to it'll bait out a Imperm Veiler. something like that. And you're also able to, you know, classic, use it in order to move up into SP and get the banish off. We played
Uh-oh.
2 IP.
2 IP. The only problem is that they're going to play SP, and I only have one SP. I don't know how many more. Well, I have some. I have an uncharacter. Hey, Karina, how are you? I'm here. I have your alternate art somewhere. Oh fuck, my rice is upstairs and it's going to be ready. Shite. I forgot I haven't eaten. Got to eat. Oh, I know that it actually won't. Over. Oh. Oh, maybe. Oh, yeah. One here. I know I have the alt art. So. I guess the question is, did I put it in it? I want to say no, but. Where would I have put? Maybe in one of the rare. Must have thrown it into a deck somewhere. Unfortunately, I had to scavenge from a deck. Yeah, let's just get through this quickly, and then I had to rush.
So like I said at the beginning of the video, IP, we decided to play it 2 because a lot of the time, this is one of our boss monsters, right? You'll be able to get 2 bodies. You make an IP, and there have been times, I think I even did this on stream, and it kind of came back to bite me because opponent didn't do what I was hoping to. You just end on IP, but let's say you gave them 2 or 3 bodies. They have to flip them to get them back to you if you have your dungeon up, right?
Oh, and then
they're trying to
IP.
normal. So IP, you automatically have a link 3 as long as they have 1 body. So they give you 1 body, easy SP. If they give you more, especially at least 2, you can go into Griffin, which we'll talk about the lock a little bit more later. One Still Hat Rabbit, this is such a good card. Brandon didn't walk.
Okay, this is only $11.
Want to play the list? Play the rabbit. We played the exact same list, but through some more testing, this comes up so clutch with the trap that we're playing in the side. Then the rest of the link 2s, of course, mandatory SP and 1 dark. Normally we'd make dark using linking off one of the level 1s into anima, and then we could go into dark.
And then the dark charmer, he's somewhere, but that's. Yes, SP Little Knight being in the deck is a little bit annoying because then I can't play Mimighoul against my like runic. Well, if I proxy it, I guess. I'm just playing
With anima as our dark targets. We played.
Yeah, quick thing on the rabbit. I didn't want to play the trap because it conflicts with shifter. That's the only reason. But I still think it's worth playing.
Cool interaction with rabbit for those of you that don't know. When you summon the trap out, you get a pop on the spell or trap also. So if they play something like Nightmare Pain, right, have to play it.
I was about to pull out a Nightmare Unicorn. Let me just. And I have an Alt Art Secret Rare. Actually, like quarter. I don't even know. I'm not gonna lie. Very shiny.
First, you can summon it out, pop the trap, and stop them from some follow up. So link 3s, we played 1 unicorn. We went back and forth on this, but we wanted a good link 3 for access code pretty much to get as much of the attack boost as we could. Oh, I forgot about Phoenix also. I had this out of order, so Phoenix just great card overall. Also,
Okay, Phoenix. Do I have a second Phoenix somewhere? I'm pretty sure I do.
especially if you're able to get the code link and draw a card. And it's also
There's a lot of good stuff linked in here because we don't really have any extra deck monsters, so we just decided to play it as this link package instead of there's the UDF with the ghost tricks. We didn't want to do that. There's some funny things you can do with Windage, it all construct, but we decided that the link package was the best option for us competitively.
Yeah, something real important about Phoenix also is that it gives you another attribute for access code, because if you look through this over here, I think we have dark, and 1 light from the rabbit, so good to have an extra attribute.
Yeah, access code is important in this deck because it's very
The only thing I want to use Moon of the Closed Heaven.
difficult to OTK. It's nigh impossible to OTK in this
Maybe I
deck, so
might just
you
use
have to be careful
Luna
and
instead of
really
this.
over the course of a few turns, like gain the resources, the attributes engrave in order to finally go for that full push.
So moving on to our link 4s, these are kind of our OTK or big damage push monsters. So we played 1.
So access code talk. Have access code. Ah. In a rarity collection too.
One access code, one Zelantis. What's cool about Zelantis is that
let's go. Let's Atlantis. Yes, I get to put this in here.
if they're refusing to flip up your monsters, you can, if you're able to climb your way into Zelantis, you just grab all of your monsters back, summon them out. The unfortunate part is only Dragon and Cerberus actually have attack because Archfiend's at 0, and they're only 4 and 500. But you're able to link off more and make some more plays. Pretty much just you're able to grab your bodies back, so you don't have to attack into them if your opponent is refusing to flip them. And then our last link for Sneaky MVP, Nightmare Griffin. We'll get into this a little bit more, but if you're able to set up the lock, that will show you all in a bit. This is such a good card. funny little story also with Griffin. For those of you that were trying to register late at night, the only reason I found this card was because the website wouldn't load for us to be able to submit our list, and I was like, hold up, this kind of seems crazy. And Brandon,
am I on crack? How the fuck do you spell Griffin? Am I spelling nightmare wrong? Oh, I am.
came up with the lock within like 20 or 30 minutes as we were still waiting for the site to load. So this is a great addition. And the last link body, we played one Underworld Goddess. As you saw in my feature, you're able to get tons of bodies back, and this lets you get rid of a problem body. My first iteration of the list, I was playing the Baby Goddess also, but it's not as good of a card because you have to activate it. So you can link off 2 of their bodies, but it has to be on your turn versus IP. IP lets Underworld Goddess be live. And then for our XCs, we played the small Lyrilusk, Downard, and Zeus package here.
Oh! Wait a second. I have that Lyrilusk. Oh. You have to play some shit that I don't. My issue is I think I put my Zeus away. Down a minute. But I had like 3. Oh, why was I able to find this? Never mind.
Really good. Again, those of you that watched the feature kind of misplayed a little bit. I have a bad habit of saying, yeah, as soon as the opponent asks for a response. So should have chained that. This is just great. You're able to attack directly with Nightingale and then have a 2 material Zeus. That's all for the extra deck. Brandon, anything you have to add?
No, I don't think so. Move on.
All right, we'll go ahead and move on to the side then.
Oh wait, what the fuck? Am I on crack? I don't have anywhere near 15 cards. What am I missing?
We played a couple of Bystials, one Baldrake, one Druid Worm. IP lets Underworld.
The link package was
Cool interaction with Rabbit for those of you, you automatic. This is one of our bosses to move.
I know I'm missing SP. I'm just gonna substitute in Baby Moon Goddess because
one Anima. That's our only link one. Anima's, great. You can force them to bait out a Imperm Veiler. something like that. And you're also able to, classic, use it in order to move up into SP and get the banish off. We played 2 IP. So like I said at the beginning of the video, IP, we decided to play it 2 because a lot of the time, this is one of our boss monsters, right? You'll be able to get 2 bodies. You make an IP, and there have been times, I think I even did this on stream, and it kind of came back to bite me because opponent didn't do what I was hoping to. You just end on IP, but let's say you gave them 2 or 3 bodies. They have to flip them to get them back to you if you have your dungeon up, right? If they're trying to normal. So IP, you automatically have a link 3 as long as they have 1 body. So they give you 1 body, easy SP. If they give you more, especially at least 2, you can go into Griffin, which we'll talk about the lock a little bit more later. One Still Hat Rabbit. This is such a good card. Brandon didn't want to play the list. Play the rabbit. We played the exact same list. But through some more testing, this comes up so clutch with the trap that we're playing in the side. Then the rest of the link 2s, of course, mandatory SP and 1 dark. Normally we'd make dark using linking off one of the level 1s into anima, and then we could go into dark with anima as our dark targets. We played.
Yeah, quick thing on the rabbit. I didn't want to play the trap because it conflicts with shifter. That's the only reason. But I still think it's worth playing.
Cool interaction with rabbit for those of you that don't know. When you summon the trap out, you get a pop on the spell or trap also. So if they play something like Nightmare Pain, right, have to play it first, you can summon it out, pop the trap, and stop them from some follow-up. So link 3s, we played 1 unicorn. We went back and forth on this, but we wanted a good link 3 for access code pretty much to get as much of the attack boost as we could.
So that's SP 1, 2.
Oh, I forgot about Phoenix also. I had this out of order. So Phoenix, just great card overall also, especially if you're able to get the co-link and draw a card. And it's also
there's a lot of good stuff linked in here because F with the ghost the
for access.
Access code is important.
Look through this over here. I think we have dark, and 1 light from the rabbit. So good to have an extra attribute.
Yeah, access code is important in this deck because it's very difficult to OTK. It's nigh impossible to OTK in this deck, so you have to be careful and really over the course of a few turns, like gain the resources, the attributes engrave in order to finally go for that full push.
So moving on to our link 4s, these are kind of our OTK or big damage push monsters. So we played 1 access code, 1 Zelantis. What's cool about Zelantis is that if they're refusing,
I put all of my Chimera. Where did I put those down? Hello? No.
to flip up your monsters, you can, if you're able to climb your way into Zelantis, because you're able
What
for
am I missing?
sneaky MVP, Nightmare Griffin.
Nightmare
We'll get
Griffin,
into
okay.
this a little bit
Right, Rabbit and Night. So I'm at 13. There's my
more, but if you're able to set up the lock, that will show you all in a bit. This is such a good card. funny little story also with Griffin. World got it body card. IP like Dusk, Downward, and
Okay. I unironically need to go eat something. And then I'll think of
Zeus, Brady Barrier, and 2 Dark Ruler. We're playing a lot of Bestials. These are just really good cards, and especially since we already had Mag in the main. Nice to be able to search these out. For our thrust targets, we played triple.
Okay, I'm gonna wait because yeah. Because at this point, he's just playing a bunch of shit that I can throw into a general side deck, which I like build up. So I need 2 cards to add to this pile. One can be SP, and then one. Then it would be Griffin. What is this taking up then? Oh, silly hat, right? What hat? Let's go. Let's.
and 2 Dark Ruler. Triple deep or triple evenly because that's a little bit harder to search with Thrust if you're committing a body to the board to have them interact with. But we thought that these.
Thank you. I'm gonna. Interact to something else quick. Oh, I. So you guys aren't getting massive echo. I'm also not even 100% sure it's catching the audio. I think I have the game to just set to check to get only my headphones. This one's boring. Watch this guy. I'm also not even 100% sure it's catching the audio. Awesome. Everyone should subscribe.
The cost of fine dining here is cheaper.
But why does that
than New
matter
York.
to you? If it's for the incredibly wealthy, why?
Well, I'm
why
just
does that
saying
matter
as
to you?
another example. So despite
but that
the
would
fact,
only matter to someone who isn't wealthy.
If you're going out to eat for 2 people here and you just want to go to a decent place for dinner, you're paying bare minimum $80. Bare minimum.
yeah, and if you do that in New York City to a nice place, you're paying probably like
No,
$200.
to like any place here. In New York City, you can find all sorts of food.
Ireland's
Cheap,
getting pretty bad for that, though,
all
as
the way
well.
up to cheap and decent, all the way up to like absurdly fucking expensive. Miami Beach is just insanely expensive for everything. When I say $80, I don't mean like you go to a nice restaurant for $80. For that here, you're paying $150, $200
Damn.
plus.
Yeah.
What I mean is, with your $80 is like the IHOP. If there was an IHOP on Miami Beach, each pancake would be $15.
Okay. Let me take a step back. First off, you asked why would you care if you're wealthy?
Yeah, why do you like Miami Beach?
Okay, first off, being wealthy and having money and everything along those lines doesn't make you retarded. So, for instance, you might say, "Oh, Monaco is better," and it's not. Okay, just the fact that it's like
I didn't say that, but okay.
Okay, but that would be like the example. Like, why do you care that a cheeseburger costs $19 here in Monaco and a can of soda is $8? Because you feel like you're getting fucked when you're in that environment. It doesn't matter. Okay, so yes, like Monaco may be nice and it has nice things, but it's retardedly overpriced. It's like the same thing as some resorts in the Bahamas that have like insane pricing on everything. So Miami is nice because, in general, it has a relatively decent cost of living comparative to the lifestyle you get. First off, it's warm all year, which I like. I don't like the cold.
But it's so humid.
Well, if you get used to it, and if you're not a pussy, it's fine.
Okay, so we're drifting away
get
from
used to the
objectively the best to like.
No,
okay.
it is the best. It's so what you're saying right now is also like a wine drinker thing. Can a wine guy say like this is the best wine?
My opinion is the best place depends on the person, but you're making making
No,
a
I
different
think
assertion.
that's wrong. So the best place,
That's wrong.
The best place depends on the average of what most people say is the best place. Otherwise, you can't say that the best wine is fucking
And most people
Franzia.
agree that Miami is the best place.
I would say if they had lived in all
I think
places.
most people don't know where Miami is.
No, I think most people know where Miami Beach is. Miami Beach, South Beach, probably one of the most famous places there is.
Actually, I saw your kind of like Sporkle thing where you went out, like discovered where all the countries were. That was fascinating.
I learned them all.
Where's a more famous place in the United States than South Beach?
Wherever your mom lives.
New York City.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean that's a famous place. We were talking about like tropical stuff.
Tropical places.
Hawaii, Oahu, Honolulu.
Los Angeles.
I don't know if that's tropical.
That's no way. That's absolutely not tropical.
Yeah.
I think tropical denotes usually lots of precipitation.
I thought he meant
LA is
hot,
desert.
but like, why are people suddenly gravitating towards tropical? That just means humid.
Well, I would say in California, in LA, it still does
I
get
don't
cold.
mean to have this intense questioning, by the way. I
was born into this. This is fine.
This is what we do here.
Yeah, this is like
You
fucking
bitched before
toddler
the show.
hour.
You're like, Americans are so fucking nice to everybody and polite, and I just want to like be crazy and Irish. And now you can't handle it. Is this too much?
No, he's like, oh, I'm
When did
sorry.
I say-
I'm
you're
going so
inferring-
hard.
You literally
It's
said
like
this
a 1 out of
right
10.
before the show.
It's okay.
Yeah, when you were like, anime's not real. It was during that conversation.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay.
It's kind of like there's no such thing as a
All
fish.
right, listen. It's cheap. It's
Wait, there's
not,
no such thing
it's
as a what?
nice.
Have you ever heard that? That there's no such thing as a fish?
You know what?
Because
Fuck
if you
you.
get into
You don't
like
get
the
to know.
specific classification, you weren't giving me an answer.
You-
behind,
yeah, I was
you
giving
like
an answer.
the weather.
I was going through all of the reasons why. I think that comparatively, it's very cheap for the quality of life that you get. You have a lot of benefits being in Florida because it's kind of like a Republican state, but a Democratic city. So with that, you get shit like if you own a house here, they can't raise the property tax more than like a certain amount every year. You get some of the strongest protections in the country. For homestead protection here in Florida. It's crazy. Like if you own a skyscraper, you can be like, this is my house. I live here. And if you get sued because you like run over 16 kids, you Kyle Rittenhouse them or some shit, well, it doesn't matter. Okay. You do that. Okay, they can't take your skyscraper away. That's your skyscraper. It's homestead.
I like
protected.
this question.
Yeah.
I like this question. I was interested in hearing your response because it tells me a lot about you. It actually makes sense now why you actually are very fiscally well
I'm
off.
planning
because
on-
you're responsible with it and you
I'm-
keep all these things in mind. So like
I'm
that's
planning
really-
on
Running
running
a book?
over a group of people. So this is like perfect. You get to protect your
over a
assets.
group of people.
Yeah. What else? Okay. I personally like the weather. I know it gets very, very hot, very, very humid in midday, but that is for basically 3 months out of the year, and I can even deal with that now. It's fine with me. I don't live outside. I'm not like doing construction or something. The rest of the year, it's amazing. It's perfect. I fucking hate the cold. Okay, I hate
Really?
the cold for
But
so
you're
many
from
reasons.
the north part, right?
I am from the north, and the cold sucks. I have Raynaud's disease, which makes like
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
it
true.
makes,
that
like-
makes a big difference. So,
Okay,
yeah.
Boogie.
That's a legitimate
Boogie.
reason for you to
I see.
No, it's all good.
I got photo evidence. All right.
Uh-huh. When
Yeah.
did you get this disease?
I think I probably noticed it when I was.
What, you don't know.
Yeah, he's never talked about this before. He just
I
like
haven't
sometimes
You just
talked
he
don't
about
has
ask him
like
about
new
him.
shit.
You don't ask him about him
He
enough.
never
No,
asked
I
about-
do, but the thing
because
is, it's like
he's-
every now and then you get something
he's
new
the
to bitch or
star.
complain about.
Everything
Like,
is
it's
about
unbelievable.
Everything
yeah.
is about him.
It's because we were talking about Raynad like last week. I think we were looking at
No,
video clips, and I was like,
Raynaud,
"Oh, this is like a thing I have now, Renaud." Yeah,
How long have you known each other?
I don't know, like a year or two.
I feel
definitely
a
not
little,
true.
a little bit longer than that, but it feels like a year or two sometimes. Yeah, so I have this thing called Raynaud's, and it basically usually only on my feet, and it's like basically 3 or 4 of my toes just stop getting blood, and they turn pure white as snow, if you will, and it's pretty wild shit. So I don't
looks
like
freaky.
Yeah, I don't like the cold for that reason. I don't. It also sucks and it's depressing living during the winter months because it's gray skies, it's cold. It's like everywhere you look, like everything is dead. There's no leaves on the trees. It's like dirty brown snow pushed to the side of the street. And if you want to go outside, it's like a whole fucking operation where I have to like get geared up with everything. It's like it's too much for
What
me.
happens to palm trees during the winter?
What the fuck
Like the
is a
coconut
pantry?
tree. Palm trees.
Palm trees.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, we say palm trees, but
Well, palm trees don't exist up where there's snow.
no, I'm talking about here. Like, if it does
Well,
it ever
like,
get cold, like in Florida?
It does get cold, but only for very, very short periods of time,
That's
like
what I'm
one or
asking. What
one or
happens
2
to
days.
coconut trees?
Nothing.
Interesting.
They survive. Ask what happens to the iguanas.
What happens to the iguanas?
They fall out of the fucking trees, and if I see them, I step on them.
Iguanas? Aren't they like big?
They used to be. God, what a disgusting.
This is the real reason why you like Miami. You just like killing small things, is it?
They're not small.
Well, they're smaller than you.
They are smaller than me,
They are.
but they get pretty big
I mean,
until they see me. They fear me now.
okay.
I haven't seen one. It's been a hot minute. I'll tell you that.
This conversation got really weird, really fast.
No, I think this is about pretty
You're
much
literally
normal.
an
Iguanas
animator
are invasive. You're supposed to kill them, but
viewer channel. You can't
Yeah,
call anything
this
weird,
is
ever.
this is pretty much
You've
par
lost the right
for
to
the
ever
course.
say that.
What? Okay,
Plus,
so
you're Irish. Even more weird.
what's weird about being Irish?
So do you
Well, I
support?
suppose, I mean, like, it's
what is
uncommon,
it? Sinn
but-
Sinn Féin? So you're a terrorist supporter.
Jesus
what?
Christ, Dan.
What is?
That's really sensitive for
I
them.
thought I thought he said Shin Chan.
Oh, I thought you were about to say I fought against them.
No. Who?
I don't know.
What are you saying?
There's like
It's a-
some fucking Irish like terrorist group.
That's
or
recent
something.
history for them.
What
No.
is?
Would you bring on a Palestinian and make fun of the war in Gaza? That's what you just did to him.
Is it?
I don't
Yes.
recognize.
I think Sinn
I am
Féin is
so
a
lost.
Chinese
What did
thing.
you
did he mean to fucking reference the IRA?
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
asked if your dad was a terrorist.
Oh no, we're from the very, very, very south of Ireland.
Oh, so they're just the good people. I think that's
not what
also
I'm
a
saying.
Chinese terrorist.
That's where Dublin is, way in the
I
south.
don't even know if they're.
That is not
they're-
true.
I don't even know if they're terrorists or not.
Do you know where Dublin is in Ireland?
Near Manchester.
This is I already
That is
know.
actually true.
Really?
It's not in the
Sinn Féin.
Ireland's a different island, but it's geographically
This one.
close.
Oh, I was right. It is Irish. God, I doubted
I
myself.
actually had no idea.
He literally looked this up before the show.
No, no,
Okay,
no,
he has
no,
no
no.
idea what he's talking
Fuck
about.
you.
The reason why
I was doubting myself. I
the
thought it was
reason why-
Chinese.
The reason why I had no idea what you were saying is because how do you pronounce that?
Sinn Féin.
Sinn Féin.
Sinn Féin.
Sinn Féin.
Sinn Féin.
Sinn Féin. What?
What are you saying?
That's Irish for I think we ourselves. I believe. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're
It's
familiar with this group.
It's a political party. In
if
Ireland.
I scroll down, am I going to find you like founder, manager?
Wait, Irish. What is that Irish language called?
Well, it is
Gaelic.
Yeah.
Well, I was-
so no. So
that was for
a
him,
lot of
not for
people
you.
who are Irish would be listening to you and saying no, but you're actually right. So Ireland, when it became a country, eventually standardized the language because there's a huge history there. But like basically, England made it so that they owned all the land in Ireland once upon a time, and if you wanted to get a job in Ireland anywhere as an Irish person, you needed to be able to speak English. And so there was no economic incentive to speak Irish, and so everyone for the next generations would just encourage them to only speak English, and there and then Irish effectively
Who
died.
speaks Gaelic today?
Irish Gaelic, because there's two different kinds of Gaelic.
Did I say Irish Gaelic?
No, you didn't.
Okay, I said who speaks Gaelic today?
People in Scotland and Ireland.
Okay. What type? Describe these people that speak Gaelic. What similarities do they have?
What?
For instance, you could say
they look
they're
like
usually
me.
old. Maybe would be an answer.
So like, they look like me, but would say "Gurv Mila Mahagut" instead of saying "thank you."
Holy shit!
That's-
Have you ever seen a Disney movie about Ireland? It's called The Luck of the Irish.
No, a Disney
Oh,
movie. That's
fuck.
not real. What?
Is it real?
It's a good movie. Yeah.
A Disney movie.
There's like an Irish demon, and he's like something about like some
Trying to control the banks?
American Irish, not Jewish, Dan.
I don't
No,
think.
listen, do you know Irish control of the banks? Let me just tell you something here, okay? I don't mean to be a little bit of a conspiracy theorist, but...
I've got a lot of opinions about Irish politics, so into that we can.
I got a
Well,
little
no, it's
image.
actually why I follow a lot of different people in America about American
Can you
politics.
pull this
because
up on the
America-
wide, or on the direct shot for me? No, they're not going to be able to see that. There you go.
Morgan Stanley.
Can you explain
All
this to
these
me?
like Irish immigrants that made themselves prominent in different big cities, is it?
There's a lot of coincidences going on here. What's up with that?
What do you mean? As
Well,
in,
do,
like,
do you notice a similar flag for most of these images?
these are all Americans, right? Are they Americans?
Whether you want to hit that Transcendent Dragon, Trident Dragon, or even the Bident Dragon, it really can cause your opponent a lot of issues, because when you're banishing their cards face down, it's a lot harder for them to try and recur that resource. On top of that, without fruit out certain plays of the deck, you'll also be able to trigger your Castor Unicorns effect at least twice before they've even been able to do a lot, and that straight away allows you to get rid of 2 core combo pieces, or even a pesky SP Listen as well as the Requiem to cause them a lot of issues. So if you want that way, please smash that like button, hit that notification bell, and subscribe so you don't miss out on any more upcoming content. With all that way, I'm going to head first into the profile, show you what we've got, and explain why we got it. Now, I'm fully aware that there is a Vanquish Soul build running around out there involving the Mimigol. I have not seen the exact list as of yet, but I thought I would let the creator of that deck reveal it first so that everyone can see it through their channel, because I have no creative control over that particular build, and I thought it was so unique and very, very spicy that all the credit.
Vanquish. If only I could spell it properly. Vanquish Soul. No. Mostly because I think these are relatively new, no? They're in Wild Survivors. And Wild Survivors is ultra rare. Bugger.
In all the views, you technically both of them anyway. So, with all that way, let's show you what we've got. So, we're going to start off with your triple Minimal Archfiend. This is the ideal one you want to be putting on your opponent's board to flip up. There's also the ideal one that you can flip up, use to flip up cards, because on normal or special, it will allow you to flip up one of your opponent's monsters, and then that's how you're going to be able to trigger, ideally, either itself, or of course the card like the Mimical Cerberus. The other one that is your ideal normal summon is the Mimical Dragon on its own. Now, obviously, the Archfiend will require your opponent to have a monster in order to get the best out of it, whereas this one doesn't require them to have a monster, but can also actually set you up to get your monsters. This will allow you to search out Mimical Spell or Trap, whether that be the field spell, whether that be Maker, or whether that be the dungeons, which the trap card, sorry, which can be massively, massively helpful, and the trap card is Mimical Runes. Then on top of that, we do play 2 Mimical Master. Now, this one, arguably, I can see being a one-of eventually down the line, depending on what other new support this deck gets, but the Master gives you that ability to flip up during your opponent's turn only, and unfortunately, it's only during the main phase. So the idea is, well, during the main phase to trigger off the flip effects of the Mimical, so it does mean that they have the ability to do stuff during the draw phase and everything else in between. Mimical Master does have a bit of a built-in protection effect. It cannot be destroyed by battle card effect while your opponent controls any face-down monsters, or you control a Mimical Monster, which the idea is that if they control a face-down monster, they're going to try and flip it up to give it back to you. It'll come back to your board, and then technically you'll control a Mimical Monster. So it is a very nice control-esque deck, and I have put some cards in here to help you go second as well, in order to kind of crack back, get as much advantage as possible. I'm not playing Summoning Curse. That is the continuous spell card, which is kind of like £10 a copy, which basically means every time, I believe it's every time a monster is summoned, the controller of that monster discards a card from their hand. I'm not about the hand loop in this entire deck. Yes, it can be done, but if you actually look at more and more effective builds, it actually doesn't rely on that card at all. It's just a nice little niche side deck card as well. The last Mimical Monster we are currently playing is Cerberus. Now, keep in mind, we only have technically 7 Mimical cards right now because this is the first wave of support. Once we get the second wave of support, it might get a little bit better, but right now we are seeing a lot of creative builds with the Mimicals themselves, and I do think it is very, very fun right now to be playing a deck like this, especially in a format that's kind of gone a little bit astray with just being Themesmith Turbo and everything, apart from the WCQ finals, which was Ritual Beast versus Templar. Then carrying on, one of the best cards of the Mimicals is the Dungeon. Now, this is the most expensive single card from the Mimicals right now. You probably become Master for like £2.50, whereas the Dungeon is about £10 because it is that integral to the deck. So Mimical monsters you control that were not normal summoned or special this turn. So if your opponent flips up their monster and comes to your board, it is not normal or special that turn. Gains attack equal to its original defense. So when you're looking at stuff like your Dragon, straight away, yes, your Dragon will be flipped face up. It'll be a 2500 attacker. And then when you look at stuff like your Archfiend, it'll be a 1900 attacker when it's been flipped up and given back to you. So it's not just an open board of the 0 that your opponent can just smash through and do huge amounts of damage to you. Any player who controls a face down monster cannot normal summon monsters, nor declare an attack with monsters that were special summoned this turn. During your main phase, you get to add a Mimical monster from the deck or graveyard to your hand. You can only use each effect once per turn. So the idea is you want to try and give your opponent a face down monster during their turn, and that's where your Mimical Room comes into play. Because when you do something like that, it means that they can't normal summon. So straight away it means they have to go around a different route. They're not going to be able to normal summon a Dark Beckoning Beast, this Samsara Lotus, even a Snake Eyes Ash as well is going to be very, very tricky to help them resolve. They will need something like a Bonfire to special summon out of Poplar, and even then, they then want to try and get rid of the dungeon because they won't be able to attack with any of their special monsters. So that's why Room is actually more important than I first thought it was. And it's definitely something I feel that in the future it'd be really kind of cool to get a monster that lets you flip their monsters face down rather than just face up, because then you get them out of the Mimigal dungeon lock as well, which can be a little bit of a two-edged sword. Because the first place I thought we are playing one Terraforming, and then we are playing two of the Mimigal Maker. So this one you reveal two flip monsters with different names in your deck. Your opponent randomly picks one for you to special summon to their field in face down position, and then you get to add the other to the hand. You can then special summon a Mimigal monster from your hand. So this is the ideal risk of 50-50, is you ideally want to reveal Cerberus and then a Archfiend, give the Cerberus to your opponent and special summon down the Archfiend to flip up the Cerberus. You'll then get an additional card from your opponent as well as the Cerberus, and you'll get the ability to kind of go into rank 1 and everything else. That's the ideal scenario, but of course it's all dependent on a bit of luck. Sometimes it will end up being that you want to look at your dragon, you want to special summon down the dragon to get you a spell trap searcher. It can have a lot of usages, and this card will get better once we get the new support. If that wasn't enough, it also has a secondary effect. If your opponent special summons a monster receptor and damage it, you get the banish it from the graveyard, target face down monster your opponent controls and change it to face down attack position or defense position. So again, that's really kind of cool. It lets you flip cards up. I'm hoping the second wave of the Mimigal support will allow you to flip cards down, which would be really kind of cool, because then basically just replace playing the Book of Moons in this particular deck. Then for the final Mimigal card, we are playing Triple Room. Like I said, my first instinct in this one was it wasn't that great, but then when you actually kind of take it into account, it's probably one of the better cards that you're going to need. So this lets you special Mimigal monster from your hand or deck to your field, or in face down defense position to your opponent's field. And then you can change one face up monster on the field to face down defense position, which is really kind of important because then that allows you to change a monster face down, but you kind of want it to be a little bit faster, which is why it's not ideal to be roomed, and I'm hoping we're going to get spells that will replace this in the future. You also get to banish this card from the graveyard to target any number of Mimigal cards you control, and you get to return them to the hand. You can only use one Mimigal Room effect per turn, and the reason this is so important is because you never really want your Mimigals to be face down on your field, because then only going to happen is they're going to get flipped up and they're going to go to your opponent's field. You really want to have them flipped up on your opponent's field, come to your board, and then you're either going to overlay them, link them off, or you're going to banish the room to add them back to the hand, and then straight away you have the ability to go, okay, cool, special summon the dragon to your opponent's board, normal summon down an Archfiend, Archfiend flips the dragon, dragon destroys my opponent's board, and then my dragon comes to my side of the board. I can then make a rank 1 if I want to either go down a Zeus line of play, a direct attack line of play, or of course just go into a number 13 or 31 to give me that ability to have an additional quick effect flip up during my opponent's turn. Then for the Cashier engine, of course, the most important one is Unicorn. So the idea behind the Unicorn, like I said, is when you're going to give your opponent a monster and then make it trigger its effect, it's going to allow you to look at your opponent's extra and rip one for it, which is really, really important. On top of that as well, your Unicorn can search you out a Cashier of Birth, and I've also decided to go for one Theosis alongside with the one Fenrir. Now I was playing out, rather than playing the Theosis, I was playing two Fenrir, but actually I don't mind locking myself in XYZs because more times than not you actually go for your number 13 and your number 31. But then on top of that as well, even just leaving the Fenrir and the Unicorn on the board can still be massively dangerous, because when you're flipping up your opponent's monsters and you triggering their effects or the Mimigals you've given them, you get to look at your opponent's extra deck, and then Fenrir of course can banish a face-up card that your opponent might have put on the board prior to that if you need to. I do like the idea of the way it works with Theosis, because yes, it will lock you out of special summon from the extra deck for anything else apart from XYZs. So if you do feel that you want to go to a link monster, you want to do that before you activate the Theosis. But it's also one of the ones where it's like, okay, well, if I've opened up the Unicorn, then I'm going to search out the birth as my first point of call. But if I already have the birth, I can go for Theosis. And what I kind of found more and more in testing is if I saw the Fenrir, it didn't really do a lot for me, because I'm not going to banish the card that I flip during my turn, because my opponent's not going to have anything else on the board. I ideally want to be using it to trigger in my opponent's turn. So I want to see Unicorn more than anything else, and I just like Fenrir as a very aggressive option that you want to get out of the back of having access to your Unicorn. Other than that, you have the ability to link off the Unicorn and then bring it back with the birth if you already have it. And then straight away you've got birth, which is going to be set up that if your opponent activates a spell card, you're going to be able to technically DD Crow free cards from their graveyard, which is massively important. Moving on to the hand trap. So the hand trap's a choice for Triple Ash Blossom. As you can pretty much guess, this deck doesn't really care about its graveyard, so you do need to play the best anti-meta hand trap in the format. And moving on to the hand trap, so the hand trap's a choice with Triple Ash Blossom. As you can pretty much guess, this deck doesn't really care about its graveyard, so you do need to play the best anti-meta hand trap in the format, and that is of course Dimension Shifter. Now keep in mind this deck can be very subjective or subjected to a Mole Chummy, because you will be summoning from your card to your opponent's side of the field, and you'll be summoning from your hand to your field, so it can allow your opponent to draw quite a lot of cards. So you kind of want to be able to put them under a nice little floodgate of Shifter. You could put a Mole Chummy in this deck as well if you wanted to and make it go more second, but I feel that it's probably a little bit suited better right now to go first in order to utilize the Cashier to look at your opponent's extra deck. I feel that when you go to the side game and you feel that you're going to be made to go second, that's when your Mole Chummies can come in for your Cashier package, as you'll become a little bit less reliant on ripping your opponent's extra deck apart during your first turn, and less so during their turn as well, because the best thing you're going to be able to do is go Unicorn, look at your opponent's extra deck, and I'll probably chain an IP to go into an SP already, and then that's already going to be annoying enough to deal with. Then of course the other hand traps you're playing is Triple Infinite Impermanence, and then just the generic spells I'm trying out right now is 2 Book of Lunar Eclipse. Now arguably this would pretty much be free Book of Eclipse if you wanted to, free Book of Moons if you wanted to, or of course it could be Book of Eclipse. But I wanted to try Book of Lunar Eclipse because it allowed me to target 2 face-up monsters on the field, so this kind of gave me that ability to double flip my opponent. So for example, I could sometimes end my turn give my opponent 2 Mimigal monsters, or I give them 1 Mimigal monster, they flip it face up, it comes over to my side of the board, and then of course they'll try and continue to make a normal summon, and that's when you're going to make rooms to flip it to their side. I give them a face down monster. But it's also one of the ones that even when they normal summon a monster, if they're still under dungeon, you go Book of Moon, flip it face down, and it still means that they can't attack with their special summon monsters, so it then means that they have to try and work their way out into something like a Nightmare Unicorn to deal with the field spell first, and that's when you're going to want to start using cards like Book of Lunar Eclipse to make sure that they can't get to that particular point. Then because we're able to forcefully trigger our opponent's monster effects, you can utilize a card like Triple Tactics Thrust and Talents to get the most out of it. Your Thrust can get you terraforming, which will lead you to your field spell. It can also get you into your Mimical Rooms, it can get you into your Triple Tactic Talents, heck, it can get you into an Infinite Impermanence, and when you get into the side deck, that's when you can start getting you direct access to board breakers like Lightning Storms. It can also get you into evening matches if you're going second, but then if you're going first, it can also get you direct access to stuff like D barriers, DDGs, you name it, it can actually get you access to quite a lot, which is why the extra deck is, or the side deck is very, very flexible. And the final card we're playing is the There Can Only Be One. Now it is of course the one-off. If you see it, great success, and I feel that when you're looking at stuff like the Snake Eyes matchup, the Ubel matchup, the Senpai matchup, heck, even the Ritual Beast matchup, a card like Tikaboo, or There Can Only Be One to be specific, can cause a lot of issues. Now, obviously, it's not searchable technically in this particular version, you are going to have to hard draw it, so you could look at other ways to get hold of it if you wanted to, but ultimately, you do have another way where you can dump it to the graveyard with something like a Beatrice and then reset it with the Nightmare Griffin. But we're not going down that particular route because then that will involve Fiendsmith, and I didn't want to break the bank massively for a deck that is predominantly fun. Of course, when you are looking at Triple Tactic Thrust, this is a card that is relatively quite expensive, but I expect it to be a lot cheaper, and it will be a heck of a lot cheaper quicker than the Fiendsmith engine, because this one will probably be in Megatins, whereas the Fiendsmith probably won't be seen reprint for a long time. So that's it for the entire main deck. Now to show you the extra deck. So the extra has a very nice hybrid field split. We also have the ability, if you wanted to be playing something like Super Poly, which can be in the main or the side deck. So for the XYZs, we do play the 2 rank 1s of the Embodiment of Crime and Punishment. Both of these are going to give you the ability to quick effect flip up your opponent's face down monsters, which will allow you to trigger off multiple mimical effects and then give them to your board. So that's going to mean your opponent loses body resource, while also ideally being able to discard a card or forcing them to discard a card and you draw a card, and probably destroying their entire board with a dragon that you might give them off of your mimical rooms. On top of that, if you get both of these on the board, neither of them can be destroyed by battle card effect, and your opponent is forced to attack them straight away, so it does give them as a nice little bit of a protective lock. The other rank ones we've got is the Fuko, so this is obviously ideal against the Tempo matchup, which I expect post EUWC.
Nice meme. $17. Okay, fuck you.
CQ, a lot of players are going to be on. You've got your Lyrilless assembled Nightingale, which is just your quickest way of being able to attack directly and then go into a downed, leading into a Zeus. And then the final card I am playing is the Red Ice Flare Metal, because the idea is if you need a time combat option, you can actually make the Red Ice Flare, and then on 99% into a Zeus. And then the final card I am playing is the Red Ice Flare Metal, because the idea is if you need a time combat option, you can actually make the Red Ice Flare, and then I'm 99% sure that when you're triggering the Mimigles on your opponent's side of the field, they will resolve on your opponent's side of the field. Yes, they do end up coming back to your board, but quite like the ability
Do I have that? Red Ice Flare Metal. Red Eyes. Rare 25th anniversary rarity collection. I was wondering how people use the card. Do 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 do. And oh, Nibiru's. I'll add Nibiru's in. Oh, what the fuck? I have a duality? Since when? Oh, never mind. I know the problem. You'd actually use it. Duality? Wait. It is used in some branded decks. Tribute one lighter dark monster special summon from your hand or extra deck with the same original level, but during your main phase you can banish this card from your graveyard, then duality just kind of hasn't been used since last year. It's just a very rarely used thing. It's cool, but none of Soul and Luna do? Target one monster your opponent controls. Apply the following effects to each monster. Face up, change its position to face down. Face down, changes. I want to say yes, but the problem is that if nobody's using it, I feel like there's a reason. Huh? Like, why would I want that? What am I trying to do? Okay, so now people will say that they normal summon. You normal summon Mimigal Archfiend. What do you do with make? If I make her, reveal 2 flip monsters with their names in your deck. Your opponent randomly picks one. You get a special summon. Add the other to your. You can special summon. You want to make her, and then on the 50-50, you want them to grab. You want them to grab Archfiend and you to grab Dragon. Is that why? Flip. If this is the main phase, apply these effects. Destroy all face-up monsters except Mimigal monster. Give control of this card to your opponent. During your main phase, you can special summon the card from your hand to your opponent's field face down. Kind of Mimigal. Protect your hand. That's why, yeah, you want the Mimigal Dragon in your hand. It only gets this effect on man. Yeah, that's why. You don't really want to flip something down on your side of the field again. If it's Mimigal Dragon, cool. The odds that you flip something over on their side of the field is low. Unless it's Mimigal Dragon, I guess. That would be the... let's say you open up and you have Mimigal Dragon and Mimigal Archfiend. You somehow summon Mimigal Dragon face down, but then you have to face it up. Yeah, I feel like I see why people are doing it. I feel like I just see that. I feel like I see it and I get it, you know? I'll keep this. Now, the only question I have. And do I want. One, two. Oh, fuck. $48. Running 48. Only 48 cards. Part of me wonders if I should just run less Triple Tactics Talents. I'm wondering if I should just run one less in here. Because nobody runs 3. And if I run 2, I can add it to this deck. I probably won't play another branded Retribution. I'm trying to, the problem is I have a branded I have a branded deck, but I don't have Thrust and I don't have Quem. So I'm trying to figure out things that I run instead. Now, maybe I run Book of Eclipse. What does it do? Change all face-up monsters on the field to face-down defense position. During the end phase of the turn, change as many face-down defense position controls as possible to face. Draws cards equal to the number of monsters changed. What? Change all face-up monsters on the field to face-down defense position. During the end phase of this turn, change as many face-down defense as possible. Jesus. Don't think me playing. Oh, thrust can add to hand if your opponent controls. Only one lost. I think. Yeah. It's just difficult. I don't know what to play if I don't have Quim. Or Thrust. I don't think I played more Triple Taxes Talent. I think I played 2. Fine rate. Fusion. I think fine. I think I just play less cards. I think part of me has to think about like, okay, instead of playing a replacement, just play less cards. Is like probably just as valid. I figured out I can play in a deer package, but I need Quim. The deer needs Quim. Now the only other thing I was thinking of was brand retribution heads, but I think I already played 2 heads. Red. I don't. Play 2 reds? But I want to play 2 reds. I don't have another Despia monster in there, so I can't grab Quem. The only thing I am grabbing is Fallen of Albaz or a Despia monster. So no. Again. Add more. Wait, 1 triple tactics throw. Is that a bad move? Lets me round up my other decks though.
It triggers Frost and Talent.
Oh, red flare metal. Maybe some will be in here, I think. This guy doesn't play SP, which I just. Or does he? Playing mostly an XYZ package.
I expect post EUWCQ, a lot of players are going to be on. You've got your Lyralist assembled Nightingale, which is just your quickest way of being able to attack directly and then go into a downed, leading into a Zeus. And then the final card that I am playing is the Red Ice Flare Metal, because the idea is if you need a time combat option, you can actually make the Red Ice Flare. And then I'm 99% sure that when you're triggering the minerals on your opponent's side of the field, they will resolve on your opponent's side of the field. Yes, they do end up coming back to your board, but quite like the ability that it triggers Frost and Talents, it will trigger the Red Ice Flare Metal, and you're basically able to burn your opponent during your turn. And then it kind of gives you that ability to get free burns, and then that will ultimately counteract the ability of them using a Lacrima to try and burn you in time as well. Filling monsters.
The problem is it's a time card, right? Cannot be destroyed by card effect while this is material. While this card has material, time your opponent activates a card or effect. Each time your opponent activates a card or effect, inflicts 500 damage to your opponent immediately after a result. Oh no, but it's not time in the sense of you're trying to delay, you're trying to pick up the pace. Okay. Okay, then I will add that. I don't know where or why or how.
We've got the one Relinquish Animal, obviously it's a deck of level 1, so incredibly useful. We've then got the one IP Masquerade, which can lead you into the standard SP Little Knight. So obviously breaking the bank a little bit here, but I actually saw people selling this for £45 the other day, and I was like, yo, it's crashed massively. Get it while you can, but that might be because it's possibly due for a reprint in the Megatins of this year. Now this can very easily become Nightmare Unicorn if you are on a much tighter budget. Then I do play the Moon of the Close Heavens, and the reason I'm playing the Moon of the Close Heavens is I still really want to be able to utilize this in order to use two of my opponent's monsters to get me into an Underworld Goddess, and I feel a lot of people will actually get to Moon of the Close Heavens, and a lot of people are like, yeah, okay, cool, they're going to go into Requiem, and then they're going to try and do the Fiendsmith engine, and you just go, okay, cool, Moon of the Close World effect, target, and they're like, what link 5 are you playing? And then as soon as this resolves, you go, okay, cool, use that one and go into this one, and they're like, oh, that just happened. And then of course the other link 4 you've got is the one Appaloosa, the one Boral Guard. This is basically your link version of the number 13 and 31, so it gives you that ability as a quick, effect, target, and actually get Moon of the Close, but that's used to trigger the Red Eyes Flare Metal, during your UWCQ a lot of players are going to be on. You've got your Lyrilus Assembled Nightingale, which is just your quickest way of being able to attack directly and then go into a downed, leading into a Zeus. And then the final card that I am playing is the Red Eyes Flare Metal, because the idea is if you need a time combat option, you can actually make the Red Eyes Flare, and then I'm 99% sure that when you're triggering the Mimicles on your opponent's side of the field, they will resolve on your opponent's side of the field. Yes, they do end up coming back to your board, but quite like the...
How on earth does he make a fucking Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon? Oh, Unicorn and 6. Oh, Unicorn. Oh fuck, but I only have one Unicorn. We'll see about that, I guess.
The ability that it triggers Frost and Talents, it will trigger the Red Eyes Flare Metal, and you're basically able to burn your opponent during your turn, and then it kind of gives you that ability to get free burns, and then that will ultimately counteract the ability of them using a Lacrima to try and burn you in time as well. For the link, once we've got the one Relinquish Animal, obviously it's a deck of level 1, so incredibly useful. We've then got the one IP Masquerade, which can lead you into the standard SP Little Knight. So obviously breaking the bank a little bit here, but I actually saw people selling this for £45 the other day, and I was like, yo, it's crashed massively. Get it while you can, but that might be because it's possibly due for a reprint in the Megatins of this year. Now this can very easily become Nightmare Unicorn if you are on a much tighter budget. Then I do play the Moon of the Close Heavens, and the reason I'm playing the Moon of the Close Heavens is I still really want to be able to utilize this in order to use two of my opponent's monsters to get me into an Underworld Goddess. And I feel a lot of people will actually get to Moon of the Close Heavens, and a lot of people are like, yeah, okay, cool, they're going to Requiem, and then they're going to try and do the Fiendsmith engine, and you just go, okay, cool, Moon of the Close World effect, target, and they're like, what link 5 are you playing? And then as soon as this resolves, you go, okay, cool, use that one and go into this one, and they're like, oh, that just happened. And then of course the other link 4 you've got is the one Appaloosa, the one Boral Guard. This is basically your link version of the number 13 and 31, so it gives you that ability as a quick effect to flip cards face up, which is really important. And your opponent can activate cards reflecting response to this effect's activation. Great success. And the last card we're playing is the one Nightmare Griffin. Again, like I said, there are flexible spots in here. The idea is that if you make an IP Masquerade and you put it up here, and you put the Nightmare Griffin down here, it's still linked, so you can still use both the effects. You then use IP, and then when IP links off with one of the monsters and goes into an SP Little Knight, it then becomes co-linked. Now, of course, you want to make sure that this is co-linked. You do have other ways of doing it, so you can get other link monsters that point down, left, or right. Yes, you will give your opponent a link zone if you do it at the bottom of an Appaloosa, but the reason of trying to make this with a co-linked option is that you're going to want to bring back a spell or trap from the graveyard. So it's very specific when you do something like that. The idea is you're going to Griffin lock your opponent as well as being able to get some access to something like a Tiki Blue that they might have destroyed previously, or ideally you're going to go for something like a Mimicry Rooms as well. So that's it for the entire main deck and the extra. Like I said, there are select abilities. I will also put the deck list in the description below so you can see it, but I'm also going to be making some adaptations to it so you can see a different variant of it. There will be some side deck options in that deck list as well, and it will also involve the Super Poly targets that you can play as well. So it won't involve every one of the cards I've shown you here, because I'm going to be showing you what you would take out for the Super Polys. I think that might be a little bit more effective than just showing you the deck list outright, because then it's basically just repeating what I've shown you in the video, whereas showing you the deck list will show you the baseline basics. So the deck list will show you a side deck option as well, and just kind of what you would take out for the Super Poly, so you can see a different variant and some different options that might be accessible to you. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed this. If you have any questions, by all means, please put in the comments down below. I'll be more than happy to do that for you. We're also going to be having a Magical Musket Fiendsmith build coming up for you shortly as well, alongside an Exodia build, and of course my EUWCQ UBEL Fiendsmith list as well, so you can kind of see how it adapted from the previous version and just how well it did. I'm also trying to get hold of one of my friends that actually went incredibly well and went X3 day one with a Whitewood Dark Magician build, which was incredibly spicy, and he actually explained it incredibly well. So I'm hoping to be able to record that video for you and then bring it out so I can show you exactly what it is, because it was very spicy. And the fact that they went X3 in this particular format was amazing as well. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Till next time, as absolutely always, stay safe and of course, happy dueling.
Super Poly, eh? What are these
you can play as well. So it won't involve every one of the cards I've shown you here, because I'm going to be showing you what you would take out for the Super Polys. I think that might be a little bit more effective than just showing you the deck list outright, because then it's basically just repeating what I've shown you in the video, whereas showing you the deck list will show you the baseline basics. So the deck list will show you a side deck option as well, and just kind of what you would...
Be Super Poly, and then what do I add? Brewer, have that. Don't have that. You bet. Nope, don't have that. Bell Monster? Oh, it's probably just Super Poly so that you can fuck over U-Bell. Okay. So it'd probably be Money Mud Dragon and I'm gonna add Apo.
Or no?
Why
Are
don't
these
you take-
Americans with like Irish heritage or something?
In America, we just call them Irish. Okay,
Yes.
don't take that from us.
But do you not like? I thought America has like a lot of like national pride in like being
No.
an American.
Okay, okay, hold on. Listen, okay, if you're at home, okay, just so you know this, so now you can see this bigotry on full display. In America, because sometimes people feel lost and they need their ethnic backgrounds, Irish Americans and Italian Americans will call themselves Irish and Italian. But now you've seen what actually happens is actual Irish people in actual towns, they'll make fun of you for doing that if you're Americans, okay?
okay.
So they're not one of you and you're not one of them.
I
Don't
know-
ever pretend it.
I've
okay?
actually seen this before, and I used to think so. I think the vast majority of Irish people would say that, like, whenever someone from America or wherever comes to Ireland and they say, "I'm Irish too," there's very much the internal reaction or external reaction of just rolling your eyes. But I think recently, now that I've kind of like gone back and looked at Irish history, whenever I see someone who kind of like claims Irish ancestry in America tell me that, I kind of have a bit of a warm feeling because. Like, so Ireland's population today is like around 5 million, maybe 6 million. In 1840, or a little bit before that, it was over 8 million.
Before the potato famine, Holocaust.
Jesus Christ. Holocaust?
So, if you want to get into that, we can. But like,
Wait, do you think that was intentional?
Huh?
Wait, finish your thing.
Basically, millions of people emigrated around the world to places like Australia, Canada, and the United States. And I kind of like it whenever I see someone who's from America that has that kind of like ancestry, because it means they survived. Because a lot of people on the boats died. A lot of people died of starvation. A lot of people died of exposure. And I just think it's kind of like, I choose to see more in that than just kind of like see it as a condemnation of the person saying it.
He wouldn't really understand because he's a diasporoid. If we were talking to an actual Jew from Israel, he would agree with you. He'd be like, "You're so fucking right." But since he doesn't go back to his homeland, he doesn't have like the
I've
same
been
type of
there
pride as seeing like other
once.
Jewish people.
I've been there. I've been there once. That
Have you?
counts.
Is it
Yeah.
nice?
Well, it was nice. I don't know how nice. No, actually, you know what? It's not that nice.
You were there recently.
It's not that
I was
nice.
indeed.
It was. It's fine. Okay. It looks like a Call of Duty map.
A teacher of mine when I was
Or
growing up went there
DDoS
before.
is what it is. All the shit's all fucked up. Okay. This is supposed to be like, you know, the pinnacle of the Middle East, and it just all looks like a fucking war was just shot there. A war was just shot there, but you're supposed to
Well, you
fucking
say pinnacle of the Middle East. I mean, what other place in the Middle East are looking way cooler?
probably like UAE.
Okay,
gonna
but
say,
that's
like,
like
Dubai
a
or
fake
something,
country.
yeah.
That's not even like real.
Is that
A lot of people are going to Dubai now. I know a lot of people are like
Yeah,
vacationing.
Dubai.
there.
That's not a real place. That's like
It's like a city, right?
it's like Disney World, but for geography.
That doesn't
think
make any sense.
It doesn't count. Okay. Oh, because you don't know what Disney World is.
I do. I've been
It's
there.
like
That was the first time I was
It's
in
like
Florida.
potato beer for.
Potato beer.
Yeah.
what
like
the fuck
poutine?
is that?
I don't know, but don't Irish people like potatoes and beer?
Yeah.
I don't.
Or do you call them lagers? Lagers.
Lager.
Oh, you mean lager?
Lager?
Lager.
Yeah, lager.
Lager.
Lager. Yeah. I don't drink at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why not? Yes, we have to get to that at all the time.
Do you know? Okay, so I like that question because I think it kind of like illustrates a weird kind of relationship like the world has with alcohol. Like if I said I don't like Pepsi, would you say why not?
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, no. Hold on.
Because it's very
or
specific.
if I said I
Wait,
didn't
you
like
didn't say
orange
you
juice.
didn't say I don't like Bud Light or I don't like a particular type of beer. You said I don't like alcohol. If somebody would say, "Oh, I don't drink soda or pop," then yeah, you'd be like, "Oh, why not?"
Yeah. But I'd be very curious if you're like, I don't drink Pepsi specifically. I'd be like, where did Pepsi touch you?
To be honest, I don't drink any kind of soft drink either. I just drink water and milk. It's I don't drink alcohol for the same reason I don't drink soft drinks. It's just I never like the taste of alcohol, and I've tried a bunch of different kinds, and it's not so much that I don't like certain specific kinds. It's just that I don't like the flavor of alcohol, and that's in everything.
Based.
So water. What types of water? No flavored water. No sparkling water.
Tap water. I said I don't think anyone that drinks. I can't think there's anyone out there that actually drinks like soda water or sparkling water.
True.
It's like an absolute psychopath like reveal
Thank
mask
you.
off moment. Really is.
It is a mask off moment. That the only time you should ever drink that is if you're going to a soda machine and they're out of syrup, and then you drink, you're like, "Oh, what is this?" There are people that willingly, gleefully consume sparkling water. It's
Yeah, that is me. I
it
love
hurts
sparkling
to
water,
drink.
and sometimes it takes me back to my roots to be around such uneducated swine like yourselves that actually want to drink what comes out of the fucking tubes that
Can I
come
say
out
that
of the
you're
building.
xenophobic because I'm not actually from here?
I mean, sure. Yeah, if you want to. You know what? I don't care. Sparkling water is better. Get me a nice Pellegrino with a little lime
See, now,
there. Oh.
You saying sparkling water is better. Now I just completely disregard any argument you had for Miami.
Well, I already didn't care about your arguments that you had because I knew
I didn't
beforehand.
have any arguments.
Well, it doesn't matter. I already knew beforehand that you liked anime. So,
It's fair.
you know.
I don't like anime,
We
by
came
the way.
into this both, trying to look
Dan's
for
the
upper
guy
hand.
that goes into the hot tub and
Yes.
everybody's like having
And
a
I
good
piss.
time. And Dan is like,
I take a piss.
Where's the bubbles? And if there aren't bubbles there, he has a bad time. That's what sparkling water is to Dan.
I don't think I would do that.
He
but
needs
I would be
bubbles
like,
in his water to enjoy it.
I would be like, hey, this hot tub's it's a little creepy. Okay, where does it go from being a hot tub to
Or a
just
bath.
being a bath? I think we need to get some little action going on here. And you would be like, Dan, this is fine.
make
We
your own
don't need
bubbles.
any movement at all. And then I don't want to see what's below the water. I think that's fair. I don't think
Yeah,
you should
have
be
you ever
seeing
been to a
what's below.
pool before?
Yeah, you can see what's below the water.
So you do avoid those places?
No, but that's different. That's not a hot tub.
How is it different?
A hot tub is a very specific kind of.
So if the water turns up enough in the pool,
I was just
does
giving
people
you
have
kind of
to...
a litmus test.
Yeah, well, it didn't
of-
make any sense whatsoever.
Well, it
You
doesn't need to
completely
make
destroyed
sense.
your own
It's still,
argument.
it's still fine.
Dumb
A pool is a
fuck.
different
Sparkling
place.
water is for children.
A hot tub is a more relaxing, sensual place where people come together to have good vibes. You shouldn't be. It's more private. It's more caring. It's more. I don't know.
No, sparkling water is for educated.
I would still judge children for drinking
Refined
sparkling water. if I'm being
individuals.
real.
True, I would too. But I judge them less harshly harshly.
They don't make their own decisions.
You misspoke. Sorry, I shouldn't. I feel like it's unfair that you have the ability to just go and turn that on like that.
I can do whatever the fuck I want
Yeah,
to
I
do.
noticed that, but I should also have the ability.
You have the keyboard and the mouse.
That is true.
So what was your point you're making with this?
It was just a meme
Basically
that he
that
saw
you-
on Twitter, and he was trying to work it into the podcast in an organic manner.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Does this guy look like Mr. Moon? I'm
No, it
sorry.
looks like Piers Morgan and Mr. Moon
That does
combined.
not
Yeah,
look
it
like
does.
Piers Morgan.
Oh, I'm Gavin Kelly. Here is
Yes,
the
it
Davy
does.
CEO of the Irish Times. Is
The
that
Irish Times is like, a prominent newspaper in Ireland.
Yes, I
the
kind
fuck
of
is
put two and
Apple?
two together on that one.
That's very good.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to help.
I'm,
you know?
I'm fast like that. I can do that. Okay. All right. We have. How do you like drama? What do you think? Do you think Kyle Rittenhouse should have killed more people?
Jesus
No.
Christ.
Okay. Well, I mean, you were talking about it beforehand. So you think that he?
When did I speak about Kyle Rittenhouse?
Sorry, I was just trying to throw this guy under the bus a little bit. Okay. Gotcha. All right. Well, so we have some topics we want to go over here. Are you familiar? Do you know who Kyle Rittenhouse is?
Yep.
You have a poster of him on your wall.
Yes.
Okay.
I bet he's Irish. He looks Irish, right? Would you
Yeah,
say
Ri-
Rittenhouse looks Irish?
Oh, and Rittenhouse.
Yeah, Rittenhouse sounds like an Irish
think
That
name.
sounds like a name that would be at an
I
Irish
don't think
pub.
so. I think he looks kind of like more German.
Okay. I can't argue
I'm
with
pretty
you.
sure Rittenhouse is also a German name.
I'm gonna be honest. In America, we're all
You
it's
mean
like white,
Rittenhouse?
black, brown, yellow. That's how we view people. So if you,
Oh, wait, actually, I want to. So, interesting. Can you tell the difference between different European people?
not really. No.
Really? Oh, so okay. No, I could tell the difference easily between like someone from Eastern Europe, say around.
Oh
Poland
no,
or
I know.
whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, off the way,
listen to,
they
like, my-
sound.
No, well, and not the sound, but like
not
people,
because-
like
by
if you
how
go to
they-
Europe,
yeah.
these white people can like, oh, that dude, he's like 35% Russian, and he's like
Oh,
42%
well, you're
like
talking about the
Slavic.
actual
Well, like-
fucking
Well, like,
Nazi meme.
I think
of
going
the,
west to east is is like a better example because like that's less obvious. But like I mean, if you went from like someone in Sweden compared to them to someone like I don't know in Romania or like Italy, they look very different.
Where the fuck is that? There was this thing.
I think you guys in Europe, you guys view white people like dogs, and we view them like cats. Like in
I have
dogs,
no idea
when
what that
people talk
means.
about dogs, they like, oh, that's a Labrador Retriever, that's like a bull, that's like a Schnauzer. But then for cats, they're all just like cats. I don't know the fucking breeds of cats. So when we look at like European people that are white, they're just like they're white people. They're white. That's what they are to us. But you guys look at them like dogs. You're like, oh,
So
he's
we're like the weird people that know the breeds of cats.
exactly. But you know the breeds of white people.
That's
I'm
a
never
weird
gonna
kind
be able
of
to find
insult.
this thing.
That's a very weird.
Anyways,
insult.
Why is that an insult?
I would judge. Can you name one breed of cat? Oh, Siamese. Like Siamese cat.
you came to
Oh,
the
boy.
wrong house talking about cats.
Do you like cats?
I love cats.
I think they're fine. Yeah.
They're not fine.
I'm allergic to cats, so I'm kind of biased in that regard. So.
Okay, another strike. That's fine.
You're
How many
allergic to
can we
cats?
get?
Yeah. But I had like 9 at one time, so yeah.
I'm kind of like half allergic, so
What does that mean? You're kind of like
if they have like a lot of
intolerant to them?
if they have a lot of dander, I'll kind of have like a just like an itchy nose throughout the day, kind of.
Oh
But
yeah,
it's
no,
not like unbearable.
If like a cat scrawled me, there'd be like a big bubble.
All right, this.
Yeah, like a proper.
This is the meme image. Thank you to someone in chat who gave me the. Okay, open image in new tab. Okay, right here. How do you feel about this?
What? I mean, like, to be honest, seeing the drawings is kind of harder to see. I'd probably make, like, again, it would only be like a guesstimation based on what I would see. Like, I wouldn't be able to say, oh, that person is specifically from Armenia, because that area of the world in the Balkans are
Is
like,
there anyone that speaks to you here? Maybe like someone second from the top right.
Second from the top right.
Yeah. Is there maybe someone that looks familiar to you?
I don't get it.
You don't get it?
No.
Huh. Interesting.
That's funny.
Yeah. Well, anyways.
You're gonna explain the joke?
Yeah, it looks like you.
Oh, so you think I should be killed?
Well, no, I think.
What?
Why? This is not the to be killed list.
Do you advocate for gypsies being killed, is it?
Dan does.
I just said you looked like
Oh yeah.
a stereotypical police sketch of a gypsy
Oh.
from the Soviet times.
Wow.
Yeah.
People that they wanted to kill. That's what
I
you're
don't
advocating
know about
for.
this look for the Jew though. The thing is, it's not like even a good. First off, this is Walter White. Okay,
Yeah.
that's Walter White. The Jewish guy doesn't even look Jewish.
That kind of looks like Matthew Perry, the Lithuanian guy.
I can see it.
Yeah, like Matthew Perry when he was kind of a little bit heavier.
Armenian is on point. Not gonna lie about that. That's an Armenian dude. You see that guy a million miles away. Yep, that's an Armenian dude. Anyone
know.
else here that's very? This looks like the dude, the Azerbaijani dude. Looks like him. And
Yeah, looks like he could be, to be honest, that guy looks like he could be the brother of the Armenians.
and this dude looks like the
makes sense, they're right next to each other.
Chechen warlord dudes that I see on the news. So there you go.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? You got your racism in for the year?
I don't think I'd be able to kind of like make it like if all those things were removed, I wouldn't be able to guess who's from where.
Really? How well do you think you would do if you had like drag and drop?
I got a solid like 2 out of 30.
I think I could get. Man,
They don't even. I don't think they. I mean, like, I don't know. They all look like. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of.
Yeah, man,
It's
fuck.
hard to tell without like the finer details. I mean, like it's not like I look at someone and say, okay, this is what an Armenian person looks like. It's just like
They do. He absolutely does.
You kind of just kind of like through osmosis over the course of many years, you just get exposed to different kinds of people.
What?
It's kind of like
Yeah.
I guess you know what? No, do you know what it probably is? Do you know this probably dates me a bit, but like back in the day, a lot of people would say like a lot of Asian people would look the same, but that's not true. Obviously, it's just that we're not like actually seeing them very often. And so now that now that we see them more, whether they be in
Oh yeah, they've
media or
turned
whatever.
into dogs from cats.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like I guess if you lived in Europe for longer, you'd probably get a better idea of what different white people look like.
True.
All right. So we have. So you're familiar again with Kyle Rittenhouse. You're.
Yeah.
Okay. Big fan. Anyways, so
I remember what he said about it. I don't remember. I don't think I know the specifics of the situation. So,
Wait, holy shit. I just want to do this right now.
Go
okay?
ahead.
We're gonna
I
demo.
love it when we derail.
Yeah, we're
God.
demoing. We're gonna demo a 5-minute news segment. I'm
Okay.
just curious. I want to try it with a guest here.
Yep.
Bring up time guesser. We're gonna do the daily game.
Okay.
We're going for 40,000 with all of us here.
Time guesser.
Okay. Don't look at chat though.
Jesus Christ.
Wait, I gotta do it first. Hold on. Hold on. I'm trying to fucking destroy this test. Just how it is, I'm just a different breed of human, I'm superior in every way. And I'm gonna get many points today. I'm gonna get a lot of points. I'm not gonna fraud myself like I did last time, where I took I guessed far too quickly on some easy things. What fucking time is it? 8:20.
Oh. Oh.
I need to find a replacement card. I need to find 2 extra deck cards. A 13 card. I need 2 extra deck cards. And I also need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17, 18. I don't need anything else in the main deck. Technically. Really. All right, watch this. Watch this. Oh. Okay. This happened yesterday. Which side of the Eiffel Tower, though? It's gotta be right here, no? Oh, Eiffel Tower Stadium. Boom. Oh, suck my dick. $70 away. All right. All right. James Bond, 007. Okay. Sean Connery's James Bond. Don't know when he made those films. Not gonna lie to you. Giving New York. When the fuck did Sean Connery make John's Bond movies? Is there a date on here somewhere? Giving New York. I'm gonna guess. Lower East Side. Fuck it. In how fucking old is this guy? Oh! Oh. What the fuck? This is Madrid? Okay, sorry. Yeah, 1 year off though. 1 year off though. How was I ever supposed to get that that's Madrid, bro? That's fucking crazy. Nothing was in Spanish. Am I wrong? Fuck. Syndicate Bank. I see how there's other languages here. Whatever. Fuck that up. What is this language though? Oh. I don't know. It's giving Bangladesh. What's their capital? Bangalore? Okay. I don't know where Bangalore is. Could have just made that up. This is gonna be like 2010. Ooh, 4 years off and on the other side of India. Fuck. I'm not gonna get 40K. I don't think. I need 2. No, that's not. I don't think it's possible actually. So you only get I need 2 10Kers to get to 40K. Getting black and white pictures again. Part here for Lambton Station, Botanical Gardens, Northland Kakori. What the Union Clothing Co. Oh my fucking god. Is this giving New York? Northland. What the fuck? Stingy for pants and... Oh god. Bank of... No. You bastards. But, Oh. Dental surgeon. Northland. Dude, it's gonna be like fucking England somewhere. I'm gonna fucking blow my brains out. Are these Englishmen? Those do not look like the hats of Englishmen. But Northland. Miramar? Uh-oh. Wait a second. No. This is gonna be some fucking cringe British colony. I'm gonna have to go with them being Brit-bongers now. And I fear that it's gonna be some dumbass fucking British colony. What are the trees looking like? Oh, fuck. Is this Singapore? Ah, fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. I have to try. That's the only thing I can possibly think of. That this is Singapore. In the fucking 40s. No. In 35. Sorry, I forgot about the other British colonies. Fucking New Zealand. Okay. Fuck. What the fuck is this? This has got to be a movie set. But where? Italy. I don't know. Giving Italy. Italy in 59. 3 years off. In Paris? Fuck me.
Where is chat?
Okay, hold on. I'm turning this. Yeah, okay. No chat. Time guesser.
Okay.
Commercial in the background. Fucking perfect.
Is that the
All
thing
right.
you
No,
put?
go back. Click back.
Jesus.
Oh, sorry. Don't mind me. I just try to like. Go click daily.
All right, so we're gonna do this together.
Oh my god, Eiffel Tower.
It's obviously the Olympics.
Okay, this is the easiest one ever.
This is this year. It
It's
says
Paris
it. Well,
2024.
no,
Yeah.
it says it right there.
Thank you.
Yeah. You could,
This one
I'll give you the
sucks.
Yeah, that's an easy one. But go put it on the map. But wait. How close? Can we get like 9,990? Like, can we find where exactly in Paris? Where's
Zoom
the
in,
Eiffel Tower?
zoom in, zoom in,
Yeah,
zoom
zoom in. Find it.
I got 2 points off.
There it is. Right there.
Where?
It was right there. Zoom out
Paris
again.
Expo?
No, zoom out again. There.
The Eiffel Tower?
Okay. Scrolling. Wait. Get it right where the pool is. Look at the pool or the
Yeah,
volleyball.
1 second. You gotta make sure you're on the right side of it as well.
Yeah,
Where
we're
is
right
the Eiffel
side.
Tower?
I would
Okay,
say
we're-
because you can't see anything
Yeah,
behind
there could be a
the
river right here that we don't see the stars.
Yeah, but wouldn't there be like industry and like buildings on the side of the river? So maybe it's the other way.
Industry, but what is a civilization for?
Eiffel Tower Stadium. Hold on.
These cities are older
Eiffel
than
Tower
Paris.
Stadium? That sounds pretty
But are we seeing that from across the river? Or are we like
That's not what I'm saying. It literally says thing there. If we're wrong,
Oh, it's saying true. Wait. Okay.
Obviously 1962.
2024. Okay, we're going for the. Can we get wait. Back it up like to right on top of the bleachers.
I'm looking at what's actually in focus or where the cameraman is.
Wait a minute. Wait. Oh, good question. No, that's good. That should be a perfect 10K. I want a perfect 10K on this. Okay.
You sure you don't want to go over here?
Why overcomplicate it?
Where the camera would be? Is it where the
Well,
photographer is? Or
either
is it where the
way,
photo?
we'll get an answer
It
to
has
that
to be where the
question
photographer is.
No, it's gotta be worth showing.
Unless you want to look at the code of this thing, just click enter and then we'll find it.
Yeah. Click. Make it like it's somebody showing you a picture of the moon. Oh no! It was where the camera is.
It is where the camera is.
That doesn't make any sense though. Fuck! I said to put it back, and you contradicted me.
No, I
said it was a good idea.
I said to put it back. I was the only one. You guys.
No,
fucking-
I said we have to go up in the bleachers.
You're-
And he
and you
contradicted me.
doubted me.
I didn't go away. I
I
just
asked the question.
To be fair,
Which is
they're
it? You said,
both
oh, good point.
wrong.
And then you
It's
made
not
it.
Honestly, this is like some fucking
Well, that's
gaslighting
wrong.
shit.
Wait. Okay. Go
It's
back
not
to
even in the
That's
stadium.
okay. So that's really high. That's everything that game. Okay.
Okay.
Go back.
All right, next round.
Shut up. Don't ever. Okay.
Oh,
That's New York, right? Is it?
James Bond, Goldfinger. Okay, so
Zoom out
this is
the
the
next
60s.
picture.
Oh, Sean Connery.
Let's see how
007.
all
Yeah, it's in the
wrong
60s.
it
It's in New
is.
York.
Yeah,
Somehow in
so like when
Spain.
that film came out, was it
60s.
1968? I can't remember.
This looks like
Oh,
a.
just about dating
No, but see, like, if this was Ireland, this would actually tell you.
We're
that
not.
date.
It's not in Ireland.
No, I know, but like that's what our license plate tell you.
Wait. Go back though. Was that an American license plate?
Well,
Well, it's old as fuck.
That looks like.
That says Madrid something.
Yeah, maybe like a Madrid eatery.
Oh, why would you just discount that piece of information?
I'm not. I'm saying to keep contextualized.
Fuck.
Wait a minute, these are not U.S. license plates.
Yes, that's right.
Right
So it is Madrid.
It might
It's
be,
like,
yeah,
no,
go back,
take
let's take
it
a
right there on the license plate.
Oh my.
Why am I scrolling back?
I'm fucked.
Madrid.
Just like, what?
Madrid.
I think
This is
it's
a
right here.
full thing.
We're in a country for sure. 69.
Okay.
Let's fucking go. Okay, next round go.
Yep. I don't know what writing this is.
Yeah, well, you could like say
We're trying to find-
or like.
We should.
This is somewhere in
What's that?
India.
Oh, it was like we were all day.
What year is this? When
I'm with.
India were getting internet for like the first time across the country.
There's no way they would have more cell phones in this picture. I don't think a single
I'm
person.
never
has a
gonna
cell
use
It's right here.
cell phone
Tech
like
capital.
Why do you call it?
Tech capital people to the big league. This is
This is the picture was touched up.
phone. Oh my god.
what year was it?
Bruh.
Back when men wore hats a lot.
I'm gonna cut.
Look at that, like car.
Oh, let's see. Did they get New Zealand?
Did
How
is
yeah.
Old.
I just feel like the car shit is really old.
Yeah, you're right.
When
Yeah,
did they make the Model
but,
T?
like,
Why the fuck would I know that?
It's like early 1900s or something. So it has to, it's
Oh,
like,
wait,
what do you
that
think it's
was
gonna be?
was Multi a commercial car?
I mean, this is not
Like
like
the opposite.
That's an
era.
old-ass car.
that's an old ass fucking car. This is like this
So
museum
left.
shit.
When the
This is
party
where we're
was,
in.
Okay. San Francisco really super mountainy?
It's
It
got
has
it's got
hills like that,
hills,
yeah.
I mean, like
That's
it's
not a hill. That's like a fucking whole ass.
Yeah, that they have those.
I keep forgetting you're from like the Midwest where there's like flat plains.
Yeah, excuse me.
That's a hill.
Is Wellington, is this near? Okay, there's one more. Okay, whatever. Okay, let's just kill this one, okay? Oh, famous event. Oh, history quiz.
Is this
The Grand Ball Les, France. Les 1314, lesbians in France. This is a movie scene, obviously.
Fuck. Why is that obvious? There you go.
So both worlds.
Yeah,
14th,
go for
No, it's in the Trug. Absolutely.
14th arrondissement. Fine, Montrug.
Yeah.
Okay, what year?
Oh, wait, they
1950.
might not even get.
50.
That's a beat, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
It could be the 60s though.
Will they
I
get-
guess.
will they get- well,
Why didn't you have some conviction, you pussy ass bitch?
Hey, you go to guess I'm on your show. So.
All right.
I still take from 36,000.
You
Okay.
fucked us on New
Only
Zealand, bro.
35?
Dude, okay, I don't even feel that bad anymore.
But you're
Why did you-
he's international. You should know
Why did
that.
you not know that? All right.
I know where New Zealand is.
All right, back to the matter at hand. So when you came in here, you said, ask me about Kyle Rittenhouse. And we're like, why? And we put all these things on here for you. But why specifically are you such a fan of Kyle Rittenhouse? What is it, his actions in particular, that really gets you hard, if you had to say?
Kyle Rittenhouse specifically.
Yeah, him specifically.
I can't even really say that. I was going to say the name Kyle, but like, I don't even think I really like that name either. So
Okay.
after a lot of
Isn't
people-
Kyle a pretty Irish name? Am I crazy?
Yes.
Okay.
Why don't you like name Kyle?
It's just not really. I think I just associated with like South Park, so like that
Oh,
character.
the Jew.
Because I don't actually like.
Netflix. That's why he doesn't like it.
Gotcha. I don't like how he does name, to be fair.
No, why?
That's just with Irish people.
Oh.
Not with Jewish people.
And Jewish people.
It's because
The
like
worst of both
because
worlds.
red hair and shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So he endorsed Ron Paul.
Oh, this troll account. Nice. I know this guy.
Well, these are the links that
No,
August
I know.
gave
I'm
me.
just saying. I thought that guy was a body count, but I think it's just
Oh,
a
here's
guy
the
that
deleted
live
tweet.
and-
So basically, he was all.
Why'd you click the last tweet of the series of 4 tweets and then, oh my god.
Because this is not the first one.
Oh my god.
Where's the one where he's like, I can't
so
even. Tell me where the tweet I'm looking for is not fucking here. All right, the tweet I'm looking for is him being like, I need a president
Can I
to
get context?
compromise.
Can I get context for this
No, we
particular?
don't do context for
No,
this here. You
there's
can make it up as we go.
no.
Okay.
Basically, this guy was like, no more Trump. I don't like him. He's not a fucking Chad. But the deleted
Do you
tweet.
think it might be the very first tweet?
Nope, because it's deleted.
Okay, click this. Okay, now click the thing in the top.
Thanks, August. This is super
No, I got
helpful.
you. Click that.
This
Now
work?
double click it so you have the whole thing selected. I don't know why you just copied it.
Fine,
Control C.
Control T, Control T, Control V.
Now look.
What?
Go to archive.ph.
Oh my god, it's archive.today. You're such a boomer. PH is just a mirror.
It redirects to the pH. Now
No,
copy
not
paste
yes.
it. Go back. Copy paste it to the bottom thing and then tweet up. Oh, you got it. Okay. You must stand by your principles. That's what he said. There you go.
He had a text tweet also, didn't he?
Sure. Is it that one?
Where's the one that fucking cat turd retard? Cat turd, Kyle Rittenhouse. Is this funny for you?
No, I'm just- he made a joke.
I think the only time we talk about it, we just haven't spoken regularly.
That's okay.
How old is he now?
Okay.
20. I'm gonna guess 22. What do you guess, Dan?
How old Kyle Rittenhouse is?
Yeah.
24.
What do you guess?
How old is he going to happen when that thing
If we knew the answer to that, this wouldn't be much of a guessing quiz.
Okay,
Wait.
I just want to use my Control C. Check.
I don't know, 21.
God.
Damn.
You can, yeah, there's only number left. Good
so
job.
fucking
Congratulations.
smart.
That's the only number left.
Yeah.
Infinite in both directions. Okay.
Really? You can go infinitely in both directions? What are you, math major now? What are you looking at here, Dan? Read
I'm
us-
trying to
oh,
find
God,
the original
that's what
tweet.
it is. How do you college travel when college is free? Also,
I don't fucking care anymore. You know what? Anyways, this guy basically went out and he was like, fuck Trump because he's not pro-gun enough or some shit. And then all the fucking, retards were like, you're done forever, whatever. And then he fucking pussied out. He did a Brad taste. That's what we like to call it in the biz. You know,
Brad taste?
You know what Brad is?
What does that mean?
Brad taste?
Brad is like a name in America. So
No, that is true.
Bradley.
I believe that Brad is a name all across the world.
Kind of warm.
Maybe not Japan. I don't know. But anyways,
Brad Booty, probably the way they would say it.
okay. There was a guy that cucked out pretty hard for his audience.
Is he a streamer or something?
He's like kind of a washed up YouTuber. And he met with H3H3 and then he had to do a whole apology tour because his audience didn't like him because H3H3 is Jewish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like Chris Rock, or what's the name? Kevin Hart, when he did his apology tour. That kind of thing.
More cucked. But anyways.
Okay.
Wait, okay, so just a quick summary of the Rittenhouse thing. So Rittenhouse did a whole last tweet where he's like, he's going to support Ron Paul instead of Donald Trump, and the whole MAGA movement like went fucking apeshit, and they absolutely lost their fucking minds. And then eventually, like 12 hours later, Rittenhouse was like, oh, I'm so sorry, like actually I'm going to vote for Trump, and everybody was like, we're sorry to go hard on you, we're going to make sure you're like part of the family. Hey, we love you. It was like really creepy and weird. That was the Rittenhouse story.
Is Ron Paul like one of the? Is he like not? I'm assuming he's not a MAGA Republican then.
Is Ron Paul not? Oh, Ron Paul was he runs as a Republican. He was like a libertarian hero in 2008. You know, Bernie Sanders is like a Democrat. He was like the hero of the left.
Okay.
Ron Paul was like Republican. He was like the hero of like libertarians in 2008.
Here we go. Okay. This will explain it to you. This is the DGG that did this.
I love someone like the kind of, when people have like used like AI to like finish lines. Like
Yes.
I
Oh,
love
sure.
someone did that with that, but like Trump came or something.
Jesus. That's already.
All right. Topic number 2.
Wait, look how pretty that. Look at the sunset behind you. That's so cute.
Wow. If only there was this camera behind you that had close up of snow and flowers was pointing outside the window and was like a virtual
Watching that, I
window.
wonder if this is actually like copyrighted by the user or something.
Who gives a shit?
I mean, you should. Okay.
No, I don't
Do you know how many lawyers I got in my audience? We're ready to fight the world.
Yeah,
I got a whole
exactly.
DGG litigation in-house firm. Okay.
How do you feel about
I don't care anymore. Do I want to do any gaming? asking me if I want to play CS. I don't know. Oh yeah, the new ban list is out for fucking Master Duel. Oh god, I have to figure out new. I don't even know if I want to play, bro. I have to figure out new things to use. Alright, fuck. Oh, why do people make their shit so fucking expensive for no fucking reason? They're actually skimming. Unironically, they're actually skimming. Like, it's not a joke. Like they're actually skimming. Actually, not a joke. Not a joke. Actually skimming. Okay, we'll just remove this. And I think I'll also just remove the Castor Fenrir. A whole gigabyte for a fucking ban list?
Bruh.
Why is this more money? Am I fucking tweaking, bro? What the hell? Yo, Digimon got some words for you, bro. Okay, that helped a little bit with shipping, I guess, but I made. Oh, but not. It's making you buy the tin of Dueling Mirror ones. Why isn't it this labeled as a pre-purchase? Am I on crack or something? Why is this? Because they're not labeled as pre-purchase cards. It's pre-sale cards. They're just labeled as cards. I don't understand. Oh, whoa. Whoa. I understand why this was I get it now. Oh, actually, yeah, okay, they updated the whole UI. A new pack though. I don't know why I clicked on that. Nothing new there. Okay. Yeah, the only issue I have now is my branded Despia can't use Kimiko Papitos anymore. Not good. I'm just gonna wait until someone comes on the deck list and I can try to follow it. I don't know what will be meta. Wait, what? Or does it come out tomorrow? I don't know. I think I'm just gonna take off. It was a good chat. But yeah. Take off and get ready for memes. So thanks for tuning in if you did. If you didn't, that's okay. Bye for now.